Yeah, so assignments, you can be anywhere from 1,800 to $8,000.
Wow.
We've done one for 18,000. So they get into they get pretty substantial. So, but they're very
Commercial buildings.
Like a
commercial
building, like
buildings,
30 units or
malls,
something.
hotels, shopping centers, small shopping centers, to larger shopping centers. We do everything from small daycares that used to be homes, now they're commercial building, commercial structures, and then being appraised commercially to larger projects. So,
Member Appraised Institute for commercial, MAI.
MAI?
Yeah, for commercial.
MAI is a designation given by a private organization. So some people care about it, some people don't. It used to be really exciting, but it's more of a you pay to play. You join a membership and you get an MAI designation. You take a couple classes with the institute and stuff like that.
Sure.
So it's some people care about it. Some people realize that it's just another association.
Sure.
Who's qualifications come up with?
Appraiser. So they've recently changed. It used to be 2 years of mentorship underneath the certified appraiser. Now it's 1 year, and I think it's like 1,000 hours. I'm not 100% certain. It just changed very recently. So it just changed. So you may get some. They may change it back again when they realize that it takes a little more to just kind of jump in there, like because I've trained people. I still train appraisers, and it's not something that I've had some people that work a few months or even a year. They're just not ready to go out on their own, and some people they'll say, oh well, I got this little bit of knowledge, let me go for it. And then I get these calls from people, and they're like, yeah, I got an appraiser do my appraisal, and and they'll tell me about the appraisal. I'm like, is that such and such? And yeah, and it's like,
Yikes.
it's like, and the funny thing is, people will call me, they'll be like, oh no, 475, no. They'll go on Craigslist, they'll go on, wherever, and some appraisers are willing to do it for 200, 300, or even, whatever. So they're like, wow, I can save $175, let me go ahead with this person. No, you really have to question that appraiser. You really, on the top of my appraisal on the top of my website at appraisalbymichael.com, you'll see appraiser questions, and really qualify the appraiser. Most of the time people qualify me by saying, how much? What am I appraising?
That's good
How
stuff.
much? Tell me about the property. How much? What's the other? You got to give me more than that. So once I realize what I'm appraising, the purpose that I'm appraising it for, the lot size, what's going on with the property, is it just a as-is value? Is it as proposed? Is it what's going on with the property and what they're looking for? Because I want to make sure that I meet your needs. I don't just go and say, hey, well, I gave you the appraisal, where's my money? I want to make sure that I come in and I'm more of a partner for you and helping you with your property and really suiting your needs, providing you the information that you need as either an investor, a buyer, a seller, as a lender. Lenders are, they do it all the way. They usually send you over like, hey, this is what I need. Hey, homeowners don't know, so we have to have that conversation before I can just say, oh, it's X amount of dollars, and then then you start telling me about it, and I say, oh, well, it's going to be up from there, or oh, it's going to be less than that.
It seems like the appraiser and the inspector is about the same thing.
Nowhere near. No. So the appraiser comes in. We will look at the home. For the most part, we look at the structure. For myself, I'm certified as an inspector, but I do not do inspections. You would not want me inspecting your house. But I took those classes in order to be a better appraiser.
He's so smart.
So
So
I
smart.
want to be able to provide my clients with as much information as possible. So when I'm looking at a home, I have a little more information, a little more knowledge than most appraisers when I'm looking at property. So I will not, within the report, I do state that this is not an inspection. We did not inspect the property or anything like that. But I want to know what I'm looking at. An appraiser, most appraisers, they're just, looking at the numbers. They don't look at the details of the home itself. Inspectors, on the other hand, they look at the details of the home. Unlike appraisers, they're almost cutting open the walls. They're looking in between. They're looking at. They know the components of the HVAC. They know how long the AC is going to last. They know how long the roof has been on the property, how the heat has affected the roof, the underlayment of most appraisers don't, for the most part, and, you do not wanna hire, you don't wanna say, hey, well, can you do my inspection too, to some appraiser who's never, done an inspection. Will you save money right now? Yes. Will you save money long term? No. So it's a totally different thing, and again, you really have to qualify that inspector, because again, hey, if I was some appraiser that, I was like, I'm tired of doing appraisals, I'm gonna decide to switch my logo from appraisals by Michael to inspections by Michael. Guess what? I'm an inspector. You call me first, you're gonna be my first client. Are you gonna get the best inspection? You're gonna get the worst inspection ever. Because I don't know what I'm doing in terms of inspection. I've taken the classes, yeah, but and I know what to look for, yeah. But do I have that, what I need to know?
Right.
You don't want to hire me as an inspector. So yeah, qualify your inspector just the way you do an appraiser. How to qualify an inspector? I don't have that information, but there are different associations out there and different things that you can look for and kind of speak to them and go from there. But like I said, qualifying an appraiser, it's on my website, appraisalbymichael.com.
I got a question, one more question. I bought a house, right, and I had a inspector come in. Then when I got the house, the doggone copper wire right from the air conditioner was gone. Was that a bad inspection, because he didn't catch that?
Was it there when he inspected it?
The house was a foreclosure, right? And I think whoever moved out, right, did it on purpose.
It was vandalized, is what you
Yeah.
can
Oh,
say.
vandalized.
It was vandalized.
So yeah, they missed it. Just like anything else, any other job that anyone has, you miss something. So it happens.
Right.
So there's insurance out there that just like myself, I'm an appraiser. I carry insurance if we miss something in an appraisal. We make errors. I mean, at the end of the day, we're only going to wake up and try to do the best job we can, but you miss
And it
things.
cost me.
So it's going to cost you, but if it truly did cost you, you should contact that inspector, just like any other professional.
Right.
Yes.
But two questions. So you're an approved appraiser with most lenders in the area.
Well, we get approved by the AMCs in most general lenders, which are an AMC is an appraisal management firm. On private lenders, we get approved with the private lenders, so we're actually on their list. So we are approved with effectively we're approved by lenders. Approved by lenders, but we're approved by the AMC, which are approved by the lenders. So we're not on anyone's restricted list, which is very important. The AMC, the lender keeps a list of appraisers who cannot do their work, and they'll give that to the AMC. So we're not on any of those.
Comps, rental, in-depth comparisons. If somebody's buying a property as an investment property,
Yeah.
does that include the additional fee for that?
If that's what you request, but an investor typically wants the as-is and as-proposed. So how is this home valued currently? And if I do these, they'll send us a spec list. They'll say, if I do these repairs, what is my future value gonna be? So that would be kind of what the typical investor's looking for. Now, the typical lender, on the other hand, they want to know because that's a fix and flip. So on the other side, there's a fix and hold, which is now I'm holding it. What am I gonna do with it? I'm gonna rent it out. So that investor's gonna take it, hold it, and rent it out. Now we have to analyze the future income of that property because it's not gonna be just it's not just gonna be a home occupied property. Then we do what is called a 216 and 1007. With that 1007 and the 216, we're gonna analyze not only the rental rates in the market, so we use comparable sales typically in the property. Now we're using $200, and that homeowner gets to keep it in his pocket. Now he has to, and we also analyze what the age of the utilities are, what the age of the appliances are. How's the flooring look? How is we have to figure out how old these items are, take that cost of replacement, do a quick mathematical thing there, and then we figure out that $1,500 is now $900 because we have reserves, what's called reserves. So we take those reserves and out of the total income that's coming in, and then based on the items that need to be replaced or are going to have to be replaced eventually, and we do that calculation.
Okay.
Yes.
Not really a question, more so a personal testimony. We've used Michael a number of times for our appraisals. For some of our appraisals, he's done an amazing job. He was responsive, he was on time, he got us the value that we thought we were gonna get. And actually there was one that we didn't, we may have kind of overestimated the value. And Michael shared with us as well. So it's always good to kind of share with folks the wins, but you also kind of share with them sometimes we make mistakes, and that's one of the reasons why we hire folks like Michael. So I definitely recommend Michael to anyone who's looking to start an investment project, whether it's a fix and flip, renovation, or
Specifically in the fix and flip appraisal situation, meaning my foreign investor who would never have boots on the ground here in Georgia was ready to purchase a property. I contacted Michael immediately, like, we're having some challenges on what this after repair value is gonna be versus what he's thinking it is, right? So guess who saved the day? Michael. Yes, because now I don't have to have that argument. Now it's coming from a third-party source that represents the investor, meaning the investor paid his fee, not the lender. The lender's appraisal is the lender's appraisal, even though you're paying for it, okay? But in the case of this investor, we needed to know, what is this house going to sell for if we put these things in the house? So kudos to you for making that happen for me, because otherwise we would have been in a stop and hold position, and it turned into a buy and hold because they over projected the values, to Ken's point. Does that make sense, everybody? So you are an invaluable partner to this team. I will continue to refer you and do business with you, Michael. And I hope that if there is anyone here that uses your service, that the continued testimonials and blessings be on you, my friend. All right, thank you so much for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Nix, appraisal by Michael. Make sure y'all connect with him. He is here as a legacy mastermind, okay? And so if you are not connected with Michael Nix, that's N-I-X, be sure to do so. Next, I want to go ahead and bring up Mr. Glenn. Glenn Gasper is a very skilled professional in the space of wholesaling. You ask me questions about how do I find deals to find deals, right? So, you know, there's this saying called driving for dollars. Yeah, driving for dollars. Okay, so driving for dollars is something that he built a business on. Identifying unlisted properties that he can convince the seller to work with him as a wholesaler to then bring an end user / buyer to the table, and then that assignment is given for a fee. Do you understand? Wholesaling is a business. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, those of you that have been asking about this space of wholesaling, I could not give the floor to any other professional in the business than Mr. Glenn Gasper. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, good afternoon, folks. Actually, you know, some people try to make wholesaling this real elaborate thing, but I think that's, in my opinion, that's for the people that don't know how to do it. I think wholesaling is really simple. You know, I think many times over, people make wholesaling complicated. And if you look at wholesaling in and of itself in this most simplest form, you think about how Walmart sells their products. They buy them wholesale, the ones that they don't make themselves personally, and they sell them retail. So when we go and buy, they've actually gotten them manufactured from someone else, and we go and pay that markup that they've created from the person in the simplest form. However, wholesaling in real estate, it's slightly different because those of us that are wholesalers, we provide a product as well. And as Ken mentioned earlier, wholesalers can be very invaluable because I'm an investor as well. You know, I fix and flip and do all that. And wholesalers can be an invaluable commodity in the sense that they can bring up myself. You know, I don't have the time. You know, I may be doing 100 other things, and I could rely on a good wholesaler to bring me the product that I'm going to eventually fix and sell. Now, the challenge in many cases is people, I think, are not as educated about wholesaling as they should be. And what happens in that situation is they don't negotiate on the front end with the seller properly, and they don't get the number to where it needs to be. You know, and Ken talked about maximum allowable offer. I think that's something that we've gotten away with that's, you know, the hard money lenders have had to actually come to conform. Unfortunately, to where the numbers are now being fudged in a sense, where they don't negotiate them on the front end properly with the seller. You know, now of course it's the seller's market, so the sellers can almost name their price. But as wholesalers, if we're the first line of contact, I would say, the first line of contact, we should be educating the seller on what is happening in the market. When I teach wholesaling, I always talk about it being a win-win-win situation. But the seller wins, the wholesaler can win, as well as the person that's gonna fix it and sell it can win. And what happens in that process, if you negotiate it on the front end with the seller and help them understand, this is the best price I can offer for this property, and this is the reason why. And you give them, you know, an outline of what's happening with the property, the things that will need to be repaired. You know, don't tell them it's ugly property, which probably it is, probably ugly property. But you give them the specifics on why their property is valued based on what you're going to do with it, right? And then help them understand that this property is gonna be repaired, this is the amount that's gonna cost to repair it, and then we're gonna have to, you know, pay cost to sell it in the retail market and that kind of thing.
Yep.
But we've gotten away from that, and I say we, not me, but I'm just it's people
The general population
the general
of
population of
wholesalers.
wholesalers have gotten away with that because what I've heard in the last couple of days, believe it or not, it's so interesting. I've heard a wholesaler say, I just get the contract with the seller, and then I try to shop it to the people that are gonna buy it, and if they don't buy it at the price that I shopped it for, then I go back and I renegotiate with the seller. Now, to some degree, I can see where that could possibly happen. However, if you negotiate it on the front end the right way to begin with, you wouldn't have had to go through that process all over again.
Right.
You see, and I think that's a lot of times where the wholesalers miss it. So even in that scenario, people that get that contract and they get it at whatever the seller says that they want to sell it for. And then sometimes the sellers get their education about the value of their house. You know, one thing is their sentimental value, and then they get their education from, can I say the website?
Go, call them out. This is a buyer beware. This is an educational, informational. We're here to help.
They get their education from Zillow.
There you go. Please throw them under the bus.
Oh, that's not for
This is what their property is
That's
worth.
right.
And what's missing in a lot of times is they're basing their property on a property that's maybe down the street, that's been repaired, that's been, you know, have all the new finishes and everything's added to it. And then it's sold on the retail market. They're actually looking at the value of that property and kind of trying to compare that property to theirs.
Correct.
And for those of us that are experienced wholesalers, we should know enough about the market to explain to them that that property is different than yours.
Correct.
You see, and helping them understand that this is what it takes to get that type of property to sell in the retail market. It's gonna take this amount of money, but that's the other thing that wholesalers miss is they don't know how to evaluate the property and know the types of cost that it takes to get to that retail sale. They don't know that it's gonna take $80,000 to fix this property up. So that very important piece of information that they're missing is what they don't share with the seller. So when they don't have that, and the seller is not educated about that, and they accept what the seller said that they're gonna set for their property being sold for, then they pass that on to somebody like myself or somebody else that's gonna fix it and sell it.
Right.
You know, the second portion of that is the person that's gonna fix it and sell it. I'm finding that a lot of them are not educated as well. Are you seeing that, kid? You're having
Done something about it.
Yeah, they buy those properties and they don't look at all of the costs associated with it. They don't look at the cost of the money. They don't look at the holding costs. They don't look at the utility costs they're gonna incur over the time that they're gonna have that property while they're repairing it. So that information gets lost. So you have someone that'll buy a property from a wholesaler who didn't negotiate, who, I won't say take advantage of a person. I won't say that. That
Don't
doesn't happen. That doesn't
lack of
happen, does it?
education, just
Yes,
not, they don't
didn't
educate,
inform
didn't
them.
inform,
Right.
that's a better way.
You know, the lack of information, we'll say.
That's right.
They bought this property and then put down, you know, probably a lot of extra money because, you know, again, it's not gonna go above a certain amount.
That's right. Yep.
So they put down extra money and they look at what they could potentially sell it for. as a retail, and they don't look at specific profit margin, that they should be looking at net profit margin.
That's right.
And, you know, sometimes they'll look at it, and I've had, you know, investors that I've worked with, they say, as long as I make $10,000, I'm okay. And I'm like, you're gonna do 9 months worth of work. potentially.
Right.
Right. 9 months worth of work, potentially, you're gonna go through the stress and headaches of dealing with the people doing the work, you know, whether they show up or not, or something doesn't happen, and then your budget goes above what it's supposed to be, and then they potentially make that 10% or $10,000, and they're satisfied with that. And I'm thinking to myself, if that's the case, if you're gonna work, you know, that hard for 6 to 9 months and make $10,000, I think we can do that at McDonald's someplace, right? With a lot less stress.
Right.
You know, so that's what I'm seeing happen in the world of wholesaling. A lot of it starts from the very beginning of educating the sellers, and then the wholesaler educating the buyers if the buyers aren't educated on what the specifics are and what makes sense to be able to sell this property for. You know, even the educated buyers are buying properties even above the number that they should because they're doing volume,
Right.
right? So you have some wholesalers that they're satisfied with, you know, selling to, you know, a buyer that's gonna buy because that buyer has a set margin that they have.
Yes.
And then that pours over to the other people, the mass market of people that are buying multiple properties as well, and they have a set margin that 15 or 20% is okay with them, and you know, the ones that accept the 10% is not so okay.
Right.
You know, so that's where I think a lot of times when it relates to wholesaling, people aren't educated. And the information that's involved in that whole process is not being passed along so that the person that's gonna ultimately fix it and sell it can still make a decent profit, you know. But I mean, you know, you have to educate yourself enough to know what should stand and what should not stand.
Right.
You know, and we're gonna be talking about this tomorrow at the State of Wholesaling.
Awesome. Go pitch. Tell the people.
Okay.
They need to hear it. I didn't know. Tell them.
So this is the topic that we're gonna be talking about tomorrow, and then called the State of Wholesaling Revisited.
Okay.
I say revisited because we did it before.
Okay.
We're gonna be talking about the do's and don'ts of wholesaling, some of the things people should be paying attention to as far as education wise. You know, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. You know, what the wholesaler should be educating themselves on how to have a conversation with the seller. How that they should be making all of their deals as much as possible, win-win-win. I say it can happen every time.
Yes.
You know, and then even talking to people that are buying the properties to fix them up, making sure they're knowledgeable about what those numbers should be that they're buying these properties at.
Yes.
You know, you have some cash buyers that are buying at a, you know, slightly smaller profit margin because their cost of money is not what it is for our money.
Right.
You know, but and the conversation that I want to have with the wholesalers that are experienced and even inexperienced is how we all can do what we can to make all of what we're doing in wholesaling make sense.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, the way it's going now, we're rushing the bubble. You know, and real estate as a whole, believe it or not, because wholesalers have become so vital in the transaction. If they're not doing it right, they're going to be a part of the major problem that we're going to have with the bubble coming.
Right.
You know, it's coming.
Right.
You know, so,
Right.
but that's the extent of
Yes.
what I have. I mean,
So I'm gonna give you a perfect segue. So
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
Yeah.
event is at Coconut Grill in Norcross. That's 4181 Steve Reynolds Boulevard. And it's from 11 to 1:30.
So here's what I would like to do now, because wholesaling is one avenue of investors getting properties, but I also want y'all to know that wholesalers are ways for anyone to get properties. So I'm actually working with 2 buyers right now that are open to rehabbing a property that they will live in. Okay, so I'm gonna segue and shift from now I got my wholesale deal to my traditional mortgage banker, Bank of America, who is going to fund my deal with an FHA 203K loan. Mr. Cahill-Shep, please just make a brief statement so that the people will have some information, or tell me how to tell them to contact you, or whatever you want to do.
Well, Bank of America, we don't do 203.
Oh, okay, so that's fine. So listen, so then you have to tell us what y'all in the space of an owner occupied.
Okay.
Right, so I know very clearly, BOA may not be your preferred investment partner. Do you understand? But they are still
We can
a
also-
partner. So I want Hill to explain the products and the services, because I don't wanna do a disservice to you all. Here we
Well, good
go.
afternoon, y'all. Well, basically, what Sabrina was saying, in that type of situation, if somebody who was actually going to live in the property, if they went the route of the hard money lender, they could also refinance that into a traditional FHA or conventional product or VA product. So that's definitely an option. After 6 months, they could definitely refi out of that program, because I think hard money, typically around 12 months is pretty much the limit that they want you to be in.
Okay.
So within that 6 to 12 month range, after you repair the property, you can actually go to a traditional FHA, VA, or conventional product.
And that's a refinance?
That's a refinance.
Okay.
That's a refinance. You refinance yourself out of that particular loan.
Okay, I needed them to hear that. Okay.
And at Bank of America, we should, typically have the basic, traditional loans, FHA, VA, conventional products. We have a great conventional product for 3% down for typically for our new home buyers. It's a conventional product, so you don't have the structure or FHA restrictions that FHA requires. I know, gentleman is interested in the VA loan. VA loan is 100% financing. Right now, we're running a promotion for our VA loans, FHA loans, and our affordable home loans, the conventional loan I just mentioned. It's a $200 cash back. You get $200 in 30 days after closing with those 3 products. And that's pretty much pretty standard. We go down to a 620 credit score requirement. We're not the typical 580. There's lenders out there, but
Not BOA.
yeah, not BOA. We typically go from 620 and higher is our credit score requirement. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me.
And after he asked, I want you to talk about the real estate part,
Okay.
the partnership that
Okay.
I came to your lunch and learn, because there's a lot of realtors watching.
Gotcha.
Okay.
What's your next?
Could you use VA more than one?
Good
Yes, you can.
question.
You
Good
can.
question.
Depending on your eligibility.
I was 42.
It depends on your eligibility.
Speak.
Yeah, it depends on your eligibility. You discussed that, depends on your eligibility. That's FHA, you can only use one time. And we have a couple different products and things that we have at Bank of America, a couple technology things that's changed in the past couple 30 to 60 days. One is our home loan navigator for our borrowers who are borrowing, and they can pretty much track the loan from beginning to end through an online system. They can upload different documents and the W-2s, pay stubs directly on the line if they have access to that. So that's definitely a great service that we have. And we also have what's called the real estate portion in the Bank of America system. The customer can actually go online and review properties online, the same as NMLS. And we also can sign up different realtors, and they have a space in the system that will have their advertisement, their contact information
Co-branded.
in the actual system. I wish I had something to actually show
I'll
you.
do it,
Okay.
because I'll show mine in just a second.
Okay.
I have a live question, okay?
Okay.
So, do they do Fannie Mae home style for renovation?
No, unfortunately, we don't.
Okay,
No,
Michelle,
unfortunately, we don't.
there you
Sorry,
go.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
we
she's
don't.
a realtor too, so
Okay.
we're trying to help our clients, so
Exactly.
that everybody that's watching today is the benefit of all the people. So I thank you so much
No
for
problem. Thank you,
dropping
Sabrina.
in today.
No problem.
Do
That's
y'all
very cool.
have any other questions for Cahill? Yes, go ahead.
You said 100%.
Financing for VA loans, that means no down payment. The closing cost is gonna be excess to that, but that's between you and Sabrina to work out with the seller. But, as far as down payment is, 0% down. Yes, sir.
She said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
You said you can use VA multiple times, but FHA only once.
Yes.
Is that to buy multiple properties or?
No, just one property and it's owner occupied. VA does not do investment properties
Okay.
or any non-financing, non-occupied property. VA does not touch.
So you could do,
Multiple conventional and VA properties.
right, so if it's a
Depending on your-
multi-unit is
yeah.
what I'm getting at, a duplex maybe, a a quad, right?
Anything under 20
Anything
units.
under, right,
20 units.
then you could use your VA because you will occupy one of those units. But if you have no intention of occupying any of that, this product is not for you. And I know you have very specific questions for that VA component, so I want y'all to have offline conversation, okay? Anybody else have any questions online, just drop it in the comments, I see you, okay? So I wanna now shift, y'all, thank you so much, Dr. I appreciate it on this busy day, thank y'all so much, I thank you so much. So I'm going to bring all of this to a close because now we're talking about the wealth strategy piece. And Mr. Vaughn Joel is here with Bluecore Financial, and the reason that you've got to be able to tie all of this together, y'all, is because now that you've made all this money, what are you going to do with it besides invest in the next flip? And so I've got Mr. Joel here today who is going to talk to you about exactly how that works. Okay, you said Sabrina, owner occupied by hard money, then refi out with FHA. You got it, sweetie. Kahil said yes. He's shaking his head. Thanks, Nicole. All right, y'all. So listen, I know we are just a tad bit over time, but I thank you for hanging in there. And if you are watching the broadcast after the fact, please hashtag replay. Put your comments because we are all still going to see this content and this information and the archive, and I want to be able to ensure that you are connected with every single person that had a seat here at the table. Without further ado, Mr. Vaughn Joel, Bluecore Financial, please tell the people, how do we now manage this money that we made and create our legacies?
Well, thank you, Sabrina. Appreciate you inviting me today. Good afternoon to all the viewers out there across
There's
America.
plenty. That's right.
From East Coast to the West Coast. But yeah, it's a privilege to be here and speak today as the owner, CEO of Bluecore Financial Services. My background is vast and deep, starting in 1998 at the Mortgage Bank. So the entity of investment product, purchasing homes, dealing with realtors, investors, it's second nature to me. At the Mortgage Bank in 1998 to 2008, I saw the great times, I seen the bad times, made it through the bad times, and now here we are in 2018, ready to make some more adjustments and make some more money. And one reason why I created Bluecore Financial Services is for a number of reasons. As a mortgage banker, I help people buy homes, chase American dream, spend money, okay? Which is great. Unfortunately, in 2008, a lot of people spent money, and they lost a lot of money.
That's right.
They lost their homes, they lost their cars, they lost their families, and they lost their retirement.
That's right.
Okay, so fast forward to 2013 when I exited the mortgage banking industry and became a financial consultant in New York Life, which is where I'm a financial consultant and advisor with New York Life. I learned the ins and outs of financial consulting and the importance of retirement planning for blue collar, white collar, blue collar workers, white collar workers. Financial literacy is my specialty. So everybody I'm speaking to, everybody in this room is going to retire one day. Okay. My job as a consultant with Bluecore Financial Services is to educate our community as to how to get there and prepare for, like the gentleman said, the next bubble.
That's right.
Because it is coming.
It is.
History repeats itself, does it not? Okay. So all my investors, all my realtors out there, I want you to understand that in 2004, 2005, 2006, things were great and gravy. Everybody thought they'd be millionaires and live on, off to the sunset, making all this money. But nobody prepared for retirement. And those who had 401ks, what happens to those 401ks? They got wiped out. Okay? So, hence the Bluecore Financial Services, my goal of financial literacy, not just with the investors and realtors, but I work with public school teachers, I work with the youth, I volunteer my time, I speak at churches, because I feel deeply embedded about educating community and become financially stable and empowered. All the social injustice we have around America right there, not because it's prejudice, it's because we're not financially empowered. So we become financially empowered, okay, by doing things with the money that we're making from investment, from working, then we have more say-so in our community when it comes to politics, when it comes to voting, when it comes to, putting in programs and plans. So it's deeper than just, making money. Okay, it's about, when I make money, what do I do with it?
Right.
So I'm an advocate for protecting your assets, okay? Accumulation tax-free and distribution of your money tax-free. Before I'm just
Did we get to the end?
trying to reconnect.
Oh, okay, so Wi-Fi, I'll sit up here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So those are the areas that I specialize in, okay, and work with individuals that want to retire, as well as small businesses.
I've already retired.
Well, great. Well, now as you venture into the investment arena,
Those are
okay,
still on, so you're good.
okay. So as you venture into the investment arena, you want to put your money somewhere where it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, we all work to do what? To live.
To live.
And we're all gonna retire one day. So from here, from 2018 on, let's come with a plan, which I can help you guys do. Sit down with me, we do a financial analysis to see where you are, personally, professionally, and as a business, and I can explain to you strategies that you can take advantage of to help create more income, retirement income, or more income from a tax-free standpoint.
Tax-free.
Tax-free. Tax-free.
Like those
Now,
Right.
now, I'm a former veteran myself, retired Army after 12 years of working with veterans as well. And not everybody has the luxury of having retirement like we do, okay? So in order to have a solid retirement plan, we gotta have what's called delayed gratification, okay? One of the reasons why this bubble is gonna come again is because like, the first time, people got greedy, okay? And it wasn't the mortgage bankers. Because as a mortgage banker, guess what? All we do is process loans. We don't create underwriting guidelines. We don't create programs. We don't take risks on, what we put out there. Wall Street does that. The bankers did that. So as a mortgage banker, all we did was our job, okay? And if we didn't do our job, right, we're looking for another job, okay? However, nowadays, we got gentlemen, as my gentleman mentioned earlier, that the bubble is coming because people, the market is turning back around, but now you see more investors taking more risk. Now you see credit scores being lowered for qualifying programs again. 3, 4, 5 years ago, you had a 640, 650.
Yeah.
Now you're down to a 580.
Wow.
Okay? So you know what, it's coming back around, but we gotta be patient. We gotta understand, okay? Get ready for the bubble. Have that money to the side, have that money work for you. There's one product that I wanted to speak about today to my business owners. It's called an executive bonus plan. Okay? An executive bonus plan is a solution that has been around for a long, long time. Insurance is one of the oldest professions that are out here. Okay, been around for hundreds of years. So there are IRS regulations and tax codes that allow you to take advantage of insurance solutions to benefit your business and benefit your family. One of them is called executive bonus plans. So an executive bonus plan is exactly this. If you're a business owner, okay, you can take out a bonus plan on yourself. Okay, meaning the company, say Legacy Realty, okay?
Yeah.
Can take out an insurance policy on Sabrina. She's the owner, okay? That insurance policy is gonna protect the business from unexpected emergencies. It's gonna protect her health. If anything happens, she can use that policy to take care of any terminal illness, critical injury, heart attack, stroke, what have you. Then also, if she doesn't use any of that, it's gonna accumulate wealth, tax-free. Now, as a business owner, the money she's paying for that premium is tax deductible because it's a business expense and it's a business
That's how
write-off.
you do it. Okay. Makes sense.
Okay?
Makes sense.
So this is called an executive bonus plan, which has been used widely. You may hear of corporations who get bonuses. These executives get these $10, $15 million bonuses. They ain't just come out of savings accounts. They come out of insurance plans. An executive has been with, let's say, over the past 4 or 5 years now. I've learned these things. And that was only at age 45. As a mortgage banker at 28 years old, I wasn't exposed to the ins and outs of where to put my money. All I was doing was just making money. I was making and stuff. I just, let's talk about, let's do with your money. And that's at 35, I'm making $200,000-$300,000 a year. I'm like, okay, I'll get with you. Right?
I'm having fun right
I'm
now.
having fun right now.
Right.
And then
That's
2000,
serious, yes.
yeah, that's 2003, 2004.
Yes.
They come to, right, and then 5 years later, I ain't get back with them. My 401k got wiped out. I filed bankruptcy. I lost my family. I got caught up in everything. At 35 years, I didn't know.
Well, yeah.
So what my goal is now is to educate not just our business professionals, but our youth. If you're 21, 22 years old, there are solutions you can do right now to take advantage of. But the key is delayed gratification. Just as we make decisions to invest in properties, we make decisions to work a 9-to-5 job. Okay, you see value in that. Okay, you guys see value in preparing for your retirement. If seeing value in preparing for your retirement can do a lot more wonders than you think. No lie, this is out about 4 days ago. CBS News reported this. There are over 70% of the 65-year-olds right now that are retiring have filed bankruptcy. Over 70% of 65 seniors have filed bankruptcy. Think about that. Today, the baby boomers, over 70% have filed bankruptcy by the time they're age 65. Why is that? The economic conditions go up and down. And then you get older, your health tends to deteriorate. When your health deteriorates, what happens? You get medical bills. And you stress yourself out. And then you go into your bank, you try to go from check to check, and then you can't do the fallbacks. And then, your 401k, your savings, it's all depleted. So the history is there. Okay? So what my priority is to educate our youth, our middle class, our middle aged to prepare for the next 15 and 20 years.
And the entrepreneurs.
And entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Because as entrepreneurs, it's not like, back in the day you can go work for Ford or work for GM and get a pension, get a retirement.
There you go.
Those retirement plans are almost non-existent unless you work for a public sector.
Right.
Fire department, police officer. But as entrepreneurs and investors, you gotta take your retirement by the sack and make some decisions right now.
I like that, right? Mm-hmm.
You gotta make, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Because you can make, $50,000 or $500,000. You gotta prepare, you gotta put money to the side. And I help individuals put money to the side and take advantage of the tax code. I work with CPAs, I work with accountants and investors and business owners. And it's really gratifying to share this information with people. Because until I was 35, I didn't know. Okay, that was 15 years ago. And a lot of 35-year-olds, 40-year-olds right now, even 45-year-olds don't even know. So it's my job to help bring that to the forefront. So as you're making money when you start investing, put 20% to the side. Live below your means, okay? Protect your investments, okay? Protect your assets, protect your income by having a long-term care plan, by having a life insurance plan. And if you are doing well, okay, and you have parents who are aged, make sure your parents have an insurance plan on them so you don't have to go to your savings account to take care of them. Make sure your family members have a long-term care plan set up so you don't have to, stress about how you're going to take care of them. Pay a couple $100 a month to take care of your relatives, okay? And then when it comes to children, they're driving. If you have 18, 19, 20-year-old, have an insurance policy on them that builds cash value, okay? And is a living benefit as well, okay? And will grow. I work with teachers and speak about the retirement plan. I got teachers whose parents 20 years ago set them up with an insurance plan. They got $300,000 in their plan that they can use for the retirement in addition to. And they got a lot that are 50 years old now. It's too late. Or they need to put a lot more into it to catch up, to maintain that lifestyle. So about your lifestyle, can you live on $2,000 a month? Or do you want to live $5,000 a month? Or do you want to live $2,000 a month and go get a burrito at Walmart? Or do you want to make $5,000 a month and travel the world and be with your grandchildren and and play golf? All depends on where we are in life.
It's so real.
It's so real. It is so real.
Yeah, right now I'm 69 years old. too late for me?
Never too late, never too late.
That's why you're here, Richard.
Okay.
That's why you're here.
I did talk to you about, you said, let your money work for you.
Exactly.
I need to learn that.
And that's why,
That's why I told you, I'm bringing all my people.
That's
You've
right.
met everybody I promised you that you would meet at our initial consultation today.
You sure did, I appreciate it too, kept the word.
and let me tell you, you know, I've spoken a lot over the past 3-4 months in front of people, and all those who have worked in front of people, I really appreciate it. There have been times when I haven't had the audience, and I've got friends out there, they know what I do. A couple of them, I tell them what I do, and then I can't do anything for them. Couple, one got sick, ended up passing. I didn't get to him in time. Some get in accidents. I wasn't aggressive enough and letting them know, look, this is what you need to do.
Right.
You know, all we do is put it out there, you know, and it's in numbers. So, you know, all to my Facebook family out there, to the community out there, just know that when you see my ads on Facebook, you see me marketing, advertising. I got a call yesterday from Virginia. Got a point in the side.
Awesome.
You know.
Because of social
Because of
media and
social media.
technology, that's right, people
You know,
gotta learn.
you know. So, you know, if you're out there and you have an inkling that you need to protect your asset, just make a call. I don't charge to have a conversation. It's a conversation.
How do we find you? Your social media, website, phone number?
Well, great. So, BlueCorpFinancialServices.com is my website.
Blue Corp.
Blue Corp Financial Services.
Okay.
My IG is Blue Corp Financial.
CORP, Corp?
So,
Yeah.
Blue Corp.
No S.
Fine.
Nowhere. BLUECORP Financial Services.com. You visit my website, it shows the list of services that I provide. My IG is Blue Corp Financial, at Blue Corp Financial. And my other IG is at NYT67. Okay? And the
Blue Corp Financial
Services.com.
Services.
And do you have a phone number?
Phone number is 678-570-4408.
678.
570-4408
What's your name again?
on VAUGHN.
VAU?
Yes, VAUGHN.
Okay.
Showell, SHOWELL.
Sure will.
Yeah.
Correct. And on my Instagram, I post a lot of feeds about my business and visiting schools and what I do in the community. So, you know, I look forward to continue to expand my business. That I found a niche that I can take into my retirement years and, you know, help me leave legacy for my family. You know, I have 3 sons, a 19, 20, and 30-year-old. My youngest 2, they're, you know, navigating through life right now. And I just told them the other day, I'm doing this to leave legacy for them. Maybe one day they can take through my shoes and continue, you know, in a financial literacy part of our community. So,
Yes.
but any questions you guys have, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram. Got my number 678-570-4408. Go on show Blue Corp Financial Services. Again, I want to thank Sabrina for allowing me to be a part of this great opportunity and look forward to many more and continue to share our experiences with the community.
I would like to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to have all of my dream team that is remaining, Joy, Glenn, Cahill, will y'all just join me up front, please? I just want y'all to see what is happening in this room, okay? So, this initial consultation with Mr. Jones is what spawned this occasion today. The reason I had to literally bring y'all to the table is because he told me no after the consultation. Do you understand? So just think about how that happens, right? He meets you and he's like, no, not right now. He meets you, no, not right now. That was some great information though. He gets with you, yeah, but you just don't have that investment strength. He gets with you, I know I'm gonna need a photographer for all of these houses I'm gonna put in my portfolio. And then he got to me and I have to talk to my partners. So I'm here because as my partners are here, arm in arm with me, we are ready to deliver for you, sir.
And you see, there were a number of people around the table that are willing to partner with you. So I hope that us standing before you gives you the perfect inclination of how we can work as a team. It's all about collaboration, and you don't know where you're gonna end up until you start. So I will ask again, Mr. Jones, would you like to work together?
Yeah.
Hello, thank you, team. It only takes a dream team. It takes a dream team, ladies and gentlemen. And so with that being said, I would like to go ahead and thank you, Joy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kahil. Vaughn, we spawned this thing and look how it turns out. Glenn, you jumped on at the 9th hour, and I so thank you, because the opportunities are endless. This is not the first time that you're gonna see the dream team, and I'm hoping that we'll continue to be able to convince your other partners to also align, if not one of us, all of us, because it takes a team to make the dream work. So with that being said, everyone have a happy Friday. It is my anniversary, so now I get to shout out to Mr. Lowery. I love you, baby. And I'm coming home. All right, coming home. And I'm coming home. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, this was awesome. Awesome.
I think I sent you guys an email already. Well, I need yours.
I got it. Nope, it's on. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
Sabrina, you wanna take a quick photo of
I would
everyone?
love
let's take a photo
to.
real
Yes,
quick.
my phone is